welcome to Beat 'em Up Wrestling. This is the AEW Dynamite review. August 5th.
We have a special guest, Harley.
Yep. We've been going at it on Twitter. We're getting beat up on Twitter for speaking out.
Yeah.
So we will just jump into the.
Wait. Well, so we'll slide into why we're getting beat up. So the women had their tag tournament on Monday, which I had Nyla Rose, Ariane, and Penelope and Mel. No, Penelope, and Mel. And then they had Anna Jay and Conti, and then they had the Nightmare Sisters.
Yep.
Both matches were actually pretty damn good. It was about 40 minutes. And Nyla and her team, they lost.
Yeah.
Then the Nightmare Sisters went through. Just to give you guys a quick rundown of that.
Yeah, people were talking bad about Ariane, but she did okay. You could tell that she's still learning, but she did okay. She didn't do as bad as people were expecting her to do. But we'll get into that.
Yeah, and it was good. They had about 8,000 people, more than that, viewed in. It was pretty loud on YouTube. I forgot. We had the number.
It was 28,000.
It started off pretty slow, and then it built up. So they had an audience, which was great.
So 28,000 for the tournament, and I think Dark that same week had 18,000. So
we also got Abaddon on Dark again. And it led up to today hearing about AEW Heels. If you've been to both of the other events, there's a subscription now. That was mentioned, so a lot of people seem really put off by that. I personally, it's the time of the month where our mortgage is due. I might not be able to do. We're also going to Warrior Wrestling on Friday. It's probably not the best investment for me at this time. But you know what? Not saying that $4 a month technically, if you break it up within 12 months, is not a hard thing to do. It's hard to drop that much money in one sitting, so I can see why people are a little bit maybe they could have done tiers. So in retrospect, the women's have been getting a lot of heat today. Just the division itself, AEW, the handling of the heel thing.
It's not the women are getting the heat. It's the company.
It's the company. It's just a lot. There's a lot of talented women. I always like to go on the record that I support them. I support AEW. I'm just critical. I think people need to learn how to give out criticism. It's not because you don't like the company or something. It's just you want the best. And if we continue to say that they're new and they're listening to us though, and they're still listening to us, then we want them to continue listening to us. And they only can hear us when we're, hey, we really enjoyed this, but. So you always want to, present something with a follow through that doesn't always come off too negative. And when you present it like, hey, this sucked, you guys don't know what you're doing. Of course, they're not going to listen to you. If you come as a fan that's actually caring about the product, it's different. So always remember that when you're out there and you're tagging Cody and Kenny and them like that. Come on, have a little bit of decency. Anyways, let's get into the match, the night, I should say, and we'll get into why everything else happened. But Dynamite started off great. I was worried about the 12-man tag. I thought it was going to be sloppy. But no, Kenny and the Elite and Hangman and FTR looked good, and the Dark Order looked good, and Brody looked good, and Evil Uno, we keep saying it, they looked good. We were thinking, we forgot why Silver and what's his face, Silver and Reynolds weren't going to be in the match because they had a match later on. We were like, where's the guys? Where's our guys at? I love them, by the way. But yeah, I really liked the match. Again, Kenny's going to kill all you people, okay? Seriously, you guys left him in the ring again. He got beat up. You don't need 75 million people to help one guy get off the side of the ring. Yeah. You didn't need to go backstage.
Hangman stood back there for a while.
Hangman was like straight chilling. He looked like his brother got injured in the ring. So I'm just saying. And shout out to Kenny doing the Street Fighter thing. He was holding on to that Akuma very long, which means you're all gonna die. I'm gonna keep saying that. That's my statement. Kenny's gonna come out and kill everybody. But it was really cool to see the development of that story. I liked it, but the match was great. Yeah. Nick Jackson, shout out to him doing some spots that were so amazingly clean. And there was a couple of transitions that Kenny did with the Bucks and Hangman. It just looked beautiful, and that goes to Evil Uno and Grayson that helped in those transitions too to make them look so damn smooth. So there was a lot of great wrestling in this first match.
Yep, that was a good match. There was a lot of storytelling also. I liked the ending. I liked. It looked for a second that the Elite were gonna win, and I was like, man, they're down 2 people and they're still gonna win. But then Brody Lee did a crazy lariato.
Yeah. God, that clothesline just took Hangman's head off. Like, it was so good. I mean, I like Brody. Brody's calculating as hell. I just feel bad because like he just throws the Dark Order members like, here, you do this. You know, they're like all punching bags. But except for Cole Cabana, he likes Cole. He was there for Cole. You know, when Kenny was chasing him and then he gave him the boot to the face.
Not today. Kenny beat the crap out of Cole. It looked like
for like a second, he almost was about to murder him again.
Cole's gonna die twice in a week.
What was that Chris Rock? That stupid no sex in the champagne room. You're gonna die twice. Yeah. That was Cole Cabana today. Yeah. But yeah, no, it was a great start off to the night. I was looking forward to it. It was good. So yeah, we go into the best friends and Proud and Powerful.
Yeah, this was a decent match.
This was another good match.
Santana is Santana and Ortiz are freaking
smooth.
Yeah, I mean. AEW is known for tag team wrestling, and I mean both Best Friends and Proud and Powerful are. You could both say that both.
But it was crazy.
They're both deserving of being champions. It's like
because FTR was so good by themselves when they were tagging in. The Bucks were good by themselves. Kenny and Hangman were good. Then you get these two guys, Best Friends, and Santana Ortiz. Yeah. It's like, why don't we just join the Lucha Bros, which gets into next week's whole tag, team appreciation night. Which we didn't see a Lucha Bros.
Wait, they're doing a tag team appreciation night next week? Oh yeah.
Yeah. They didn't mention Lucha.
It feels like every week it's been a tag team appreciation night.
Because they're good. So I mean, it's good wrestling.
Yeah. If you like tag team wrestling, AEW is where it's at.
Yeah, definitely. I wasn't happy that Proud and Powerful lost. It did set for a storyline. It did. And I appreciated afterwards where I saw the storyline goes. But Best Friends, they could have took a loss.
So Best Friends came into the building with Trent's mom's van, Sue's van, and Chucky T promised her that he would take care of it and would park it in a safe spot.
He parked it so far.
So during the match, actually, Chucky T actually manages to pull an upset on Proud and Powerful. He kind of like does a little bit of a dirty shot, cheating there. But hey, you got to win by any means possible, right? So, Proud and Powerful lose. They don't take it too kindly. We find out later on that they go to Sue's van, and with the sledgehammer and spray paint, they destroy the hell out of it, and they take the rims.
Took the rims. It went straight ghetto. That was hood as hell. And it's funny because we were tweeting and people were like, you guys should have done this, took some parts, took some rims, get some money, and he's all like, we got you. And then all of a sudden it came back for commercial. They took the rims. It's like, they know the ghetto is people like them, so they're like, we got to deliver on the ghetto. I mean, there was cinder blocks and everything. Like, they literally had the car.
They're New York, so they know what it's like.
They do in Chicago at the Metro, too.
But no, so then we get Chucky T and Trent saying that they're going to get revenge. They want another match. I think it's going to be a no disqualification match. Or
they didn't say, but it's going to be a good one. It's going to be good. Because Trent's going to be grounded for life.
Yeah, Chucky T and Trent said they're going to make sure that the Proud and Powerful pay for what they've done to Sue's band.
Yeah.
So,
You're going to have to apologize to Sue on speakerphone.
Hopefully Tony Khan is going to pay for Sue to get a new car.
I was saying it to him, like, I hope they destroy that van.
So then we get to the next.
We get to MJF's promo, #NotMyChampion. I'm all for MJF being the champion at this point. I think his momentum leading up to this is going to be a great one. It's going to show for a good feud for, Mox to get his... what's it called? Title shot again.
Yeah.
The Darby Allin Mox match, we'll get to it. It was good. It's just that I think it's run its course a little bit. Not to say Moxley is a bad champion. It's just there's so many mitigating circumstances.
He does good promos and stuff, but he was better when he was in the chase. Like it just doesn't feel like when he's doing his promos, he still comes off like, I don't know, like he still needs something else. Like there's something missing from him. And I don't know if it's the crowd.
I think it's the grittiness of his character, and I think the crowd it really affects because it feels like almost like an outlaw.
Yeah. Because when he did that Revolution promo at the end, I was like, man, this is going to be an awesome championship run. And
it didn't help it with the Chicago crowd, Yeah.
So. But with everything that's going on with the pandemic, they're doing their best.
Yeah, so we get another promo. Matt Hardy comes out to talk about Sammy, how he wanted to save Sammy, how he extended his hand, blah, blah, blah. Sammy comes out.
Make mofongo out of him.
Yeah, beats the hell out of, there was a chair shot and busted open Matt pretty damn.
Yeah, he was bleeding.
Yeah, it was pretty
bad. I don't know if the chair shot was meant to cause that much damage, but
yeah,
it was pretty bloody.
It looked like he was getting his hair dyed red, and it just started dripping everywhere. So, yeah.
Sammy's clothes was all splashed in blood, like his shoes. He took a picture of it, shared it on social media. Yeah.
So then we get into the Matt Cardona match with Cody as his tag partner against Alex Reynolds and John Silver. This was actually a decent match. John Silver and Alex Reynolds look good once again. They've actually had decent matches in Dark too. And Matt Cardona, for you guys don't know who woo Zack Ryder is, and you just didn't see his run in the other company, he came out and showed that he's not a jobber. He came out and showcased his talents.
Yeah. I want to see more of him.
Yeah, I'm happy. I don't know if he's officially signed or what's going on yet.
Well, they said it was his debut, but they haven't made an announcement.
They haven't been like he's all elite.
But for me, the match was good, but what was better was the setup. And Dark, Scorpio Sky said he's tired of not being on the table, so he's going to bring his own damn chair.
Good monologue.
And yeah, it was really good.
It was deep.
So you guys need to go see that. So when Cody's leaving, Scorpio Sky looks at him and taps the belt, and I think it'll be awesome if Scorpio Sky wins, because that'll open up Cody for when MJF hopefully beats Moxley and MJF is the champion, for there to be a storyline where Cody could somehow end up getting another shot at the title.
He needs to pull that heel thing that I'm the company.
But, I mean, it could also work that MJF is the one that cost him the match. He's the one that threw the towel. So they could do something where, kind of like how MJF made him go through this whole thing for him to be able to fight MJF, getting the 10 slashes and all this stuff. Maybe they could work something out in the storyline. Because I think Cody is great as the TNT champion.
Yeah, he's really good.
But he's already defended it so much that you kind of want to see where that belt could go. And I think Scorpio Sky is deserving of being a champion.
Yeah.
And I think he has the promo skills. He has the in-ring skills. And it'll just look good for your company to have somebody like Scorpio Sky also hold the belt.
Yeah, and Cody, like you said, he can go up for the next title. He's definitely a main title guy. At least the storyline. I mean, the storyline will be deserving, and
because Cody has not beat MJF.
No, and Cody doesn't need a belt to be amazing. No. That's the good thing about Cody. His promos are on point. His in-ring work is on point.
And it kind of gets tiring sometimes when he has the belt. It's
just there's so much unknowing with like Tully and Arn.
And then you don't want him to come off like Triple H.
And Tully also came out slightly with FTR during Dark.
Yeah. So
that should be noted too. And you don't want him to come off like Triple H. And he has purposely said he wasn't that person. So I'm going to give it to them. They're all New Japan boys, slow builds. I'm going to look forward to what they're building up. I believe that it'll come up to be something good. But yeah, I like all these angles. I don't want Scorpio Sky on my television for that TNT title until All Out. If I see it before All Out, I will come back in this video. I don't want him to challenge for the title because Cody won't.
They're wrestling next week.
Are they already?
Yes.
Then he's going to lose.
It was announced.
He's going to lose. There, week. I said it. He's going to lose. Scorpio Sky, it's going to be a loss. Nah. It's not going to be him. It's either going to be Matt or somebody else. That's going to be Cody. Cody's not going to lose.
You can't give it to Matt.
Cody's not going to lose. Okay.
Well, I mean.
He's not going to lose.
Okay, well, why do you keep saying that? Scorpio Sky's going to win. Let's go.
We're so divided. So we get to Chris Jericho, Orange Cassidy's debate. Okay, so for the points that were funny, I'm going to give it credit. I like Chris Jericho, a lot. I've always been a Jericho fan. And I like Orange Cassidy and the slow build they're having with him. They want to make him a star and everything like that, which is cool. I thought it was cool to see Eric Bischoff. He was a good moderator. He's a good person on the mic. So it wasn't boring. It took away from other points we're going to get to right after this.
But we're divided in this too, because I was like, okay, you're bringing Eric Bischoff. One thing that your company is being hounded on is the fact that you keep bringing WWE rejects. That's how they call it on Twitter. I'm not saying that Bischoff is a reject. I'm not saying Matt Cardona is a reject.
But you have Taz, Vicky Guerrero, you have Tony Schiavone, you have all these other people you keep picking up.
Yeah, this is the stigma that's going on with your company. like I get it. Bischoff historically has been a big part of wrestling and all that stuff, and it was cool for the fans. But I'm just like, did we really need to highlight on another WWE guy again?
Yeah, and I think what it came down to is that everybody enjoyed it. So fans were divided. A lot of people enjoyed it, but then the next part we get into, which was we were supposed to get a big Swole match because Britt Baker's supposed to give her an opponent of her choosing. I told people who were like, "Oh, but we're still gonna get a women's match," because that's what I wanted to see tonight. I wanted to see another women's match. And unfortunately, when you start looking at the time, there was only like 30, a little bit over 30 minutes left. So with the title match being the main event, this was gonna be a quick squash match. And of course it was. We get Big Swole comes out, so does Britt Baker, and Britt Baker makes Reba fight in the ring, which is cool because Reba used to wrestle and she does moonstuff off the second turnbuckle, which was nice to see. And it was, I liked it. I only complaints, and I liked Britt Baker. I'm looking forward to her return in ring returning. Hopefully for All Out, like everybody is saying with Big Swole.
Yeah, they said that everything's good.
Yeah,
she should be.
But the fact is, and I liked Reba. She got a moment to shine on Dynamite and things like that. But when you see this around the ring, all the women talent that you're seeing through the tag tournaments and Dark and stuff like that, I wanted more than like 4.5 minutes on Dynamite. And so therefore, going back, I think the Orange Cassidy Jericho thing was a little unnecessary or a little too long. Or we could have done without, I don't know. We could have done without. So we had the Proud and Powerful moment, and then we had the Best Friends moment, and then we had the Moxley promo. So we had a little bit back and forth. And through all this, we only get banners talking about AEW heels and the tag tournament. So, and I'm the
one little marquees on the corner.
Yeah, and it hurts because, I don't watch the other promotions as the other bigger promotion as I used to. Mainly because of the disservice they did against minorities and women, and just some of the wrestlers I don't agree with their lifestyles and the choices that they have made, and I don't feel comfortable with it. So AEW has my attention right now. So does New Japan Pro Wrestling. Impact does a little bit more too, and a lot of independent stuff like GCW. So saying that, I wanted more from AEW, and that's all I'm saying. Give us more than the 4 minutes, because it could have took another 4 minutes or 5 minutes for you to highlight the results of the tag tournament and all those great things to build up Vicky Guerrero's daughter being the announcer. You had commentary. Medusa was there.
Veda Scott
was on commentary, who killed it.
Yeah.
I'm always talking about John's wife, Renee, and how much I miss her and loved her on commentary. And then you had this on a tag tournament, and I blew up in hype. Yeah. I was so excited, and the women were amazing.
Couldn't even spare a couple of minutes to just be like, hey, in case you missed it.
You
don't even have to go through
because you want to get the buy-in. Like when you do the buy-in for their pay-per-views, you want people to turn in. So if you missed and you slept on it, guess what you missed? You missed this amazing. You missed Mel, who came back to in-ring action. Yeah. You missed Conti, who came in for their first match and was brilliant. It was
Anna Jay and Tay.
Yeah, they were
really good tag team.
It was good. It was good.
Like, you didn't even have to get into the matches, because you could have been like, hey, go check it out on YouTube. Blah blah blah. This is, and then just do a quick vignette of what happened.
It could have been the still frames that you guys give out for press media.
Yeah.
It could have been real small.
But apparently we can't voice that opinion, because then we're told that AEW is too new, that they don't have time to establish the women's division. Somebody literally told us it took 20 years for WWE to build their division, so what do you expect? You expect AEW to do it in one?
And then I had somebody tell me it doesn't matter because those matches on the tag tournament were trash.
Yeah.
So I'm here defending a company, and then I get told that I'm bashing on a company, and then I'm also told that the women's division is also trash. Yeah. So I felt deflated at the same time, because I don't want to come off as that hyped up AEW fan, but I also just, as a person that's in the line of business where I'm constructive, I help kids go through stuff. You got to get better at your writing. You got to do this, and you're constructive. I cannot be, I can't not criticize.
And it's constructive criticism. It's not like you're saying oh, AEW, you suck, blah blah. Yeah. No, like you heard us tonight. We praised their tag team division. We praised the storylines that they're building.
We praised the women's tag tournament. Yeah, it's that's the point.
But it's if you're gonna say, hey, we're doing AEW heels, we are inclusivity, we are doing all this stuff for everybody. We want everybody to come in and buy into this new company. AEW heels is a membership, and you get to meet some of the talent. but then you're not highlighting the talent. You're giving them 4 minutes.
Yeah.
It's
It should have been more. There should have been a match. There should have been a talk about AEW heels. There should have been this huge thing on Dynamite for that.
Yeah. And
I don't know if it was live, so maybe they didn't have a chance to do this, but they had to know.
They had a chance. Because
you're not gonna like bust something on people like 3 days ahead of time and just like say that you guys did it at the last minute.
Yeah, but then we also get most of their talent is overseas. Okay, so there's a lot of women in the independent scene, and if you know your women's division is lacking, start bringing them in. You brought the Amante and Ivelisse, but then they want to say those don't count because they're not under contract. But they're a part of your tournament. So you're saying Diamante just went against Shida last week. You're saying, okay, well, they don't count because they're not contracted.
And once again, I know we don't get paid by AEW to stick up for you guys, and we don't expect AEW to care about us sticking up for you guys.
They're never even going to hear this.
Yeah, you're never going to hear this. You might see it on Twitter. Luckily, if somebody responds that you guys have your eyes on, because we know that there's specific, Twitter handles that you guys do listen or see what goes on. But yeah, go down sometimes to the people that don't have a lot of follow counts. They're still building up their brand, just like you guys were building up your brand, because we're there to be constructive, and we're there to be alongside. We're there to work for you for free because we want the best for you guys.
It's easy to just jump on the train and be like, everything AEW does is great.
Yeah.
But if we keep on making excuses for the company, like, well, it's only been a year, just wait down the line. Don't you think that's how WWE got into the whole thing where divas were not given a chance, where divas were made into a joke? Because, hey, guys, like, the divas matches are trash. So, why give them more time?
Like, one person was like, oh, AEW can't start a women's revolution because it took years. I'm like, no. Women have been fighting for equality on all levels for decades. Yeah. It doesn't matter what promotion it started on. The thing is that they're tired. And it should just be something that's clearly across the board. Like, we shouldn't have to explain why we want more, because you know why we want more. And should be a beautiful thing, too. And I hope, like, if Kenny Omega or Cody ever sees this for some strange reason, once again, not bashing, just wanting. Everybody wants something more, and I know you guys are open to criticism and to take things in constructive ways, and nothing more we're coming at you or bashing at you. And we're not bashing the product. You guys have products. They just need better placement.
Yeah. I mean, you have stars. You have Penelope.
Yeah, you have amazing people. Nyla.
Sheeta built her fan base.
Abaddon. There's a lot of great people. We miss Chris, and we can't wait for Chris to come back. We want Britt to get better, and so she could have a match. So we can
Swole's awesome.
Yeah, so we can have these wheels start moving. But let's get into the last match of the night was Jon Moxley versus Darby Allin. There was a moment that Darby looked like he was about to win. Thanks to MJF, who probably thought to himself that it'd be easier to him to beat the emo boy.
Yeah, the 120-pound emo boy, as he called him.
But it didn't work. But it was a good match.
Yeah,
bloody again.
Yeah. So we got color twice.
It was a decent match. It's a good match. Mox does good against people like Darby. It's just that's kind of like his thing. Yeah. Somebody who can take a beating, he could take a beating. Definitely ended well, but that's where we're at right now in our thoughts. Right. We will be back. We'll give a little review of maybe Warrior Wrestling. Maybe?
Yeah, we will be at Warrior Wrestling. We'll see if we do a review or not.
Yeah, we have if you guys are in the Chicagoland area, it's going to be Brian Cage, Warhorse,
Brian Pillman Jr.,
Jeff Cobb,
Kylie Ray.
Somebody else that we're missing that's Lance Archer.
Yeah, Lance Archer. the Rascals.
The Rascals, yes.
Yeah, it's Jeff Cobb.
Yeah.
Did you say Jeff Cobb?
I think I did say Jeff Cobb.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's a stacked card for.
Oh, Joey Janela. You always missing one. So we will see you guys then. Until then, be safe and take care of yourself. Out.